next part of setting up your team is grabbing a conveyancer or solicitor. Now, once again, conveyancers are very specific. A lot do just homes, many don't do volume investment properties. The best way to get one is to ask for a referral from someone who's built a large property portfolio. But in effect, conveyancer, they're there, or the solicitor, they're there to make the deal happen. They're there to check things are in place and keep you safe. I'll go through some of the buying process and the things that conveyancer will check. It's fairly involved, but it's important you understand the process so you can ensure things happen. Some of the scariest things that have happened to me are because of brokers and conveyancers not having things on set dates. So make sure with your conveyancer that they're keeping a tab on the dates that things need to occur. Here's the buying process. The buyer gets advice, the contract of sale and the vendor statement. The contract of sale is signed. There's a cooling off period where applicable, and that ends. The conveyancer advises the buyer on insurance and measurements. The vendor's statement is prepared and signed by the vendor. So the caveats are lodged. Some of these things are required, some aren't, depending on the sale. The title search and relevant certificates applied for, the mortgagee requirements attended to, the requisitions received and answered, deposits released, statements received and sent to the buyer with advice, the transfer of land prepared and sent to the buyer for execution, the notice of acquisitions prepared, the transfer of land sent to the vendor, the statement of adjustment and settlement statements prepared and sent to the vendor, the statement of accounts detailing is sent to the buyer, the settlement arrangement is made, buyer does pre-settlement inspections, the final search of title, where necessary, the balance of funds obtained from the buyer, the settlement's attended, the buyer is advised of settlement, and if there's no mortgage, a transfer of documents is stamped and registered. Then the relevant authorities are notified of the ownership change. Now, it sounds like a lot, but it's important that you understand each step. Each step's outlined in my foyer of the property investor, and once again, there's a check sheet you can use when selecting a conveyancer or solicitor. Hope it keeps you safe.